Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club. I'm Knick Knack. With me is the great Lord Vorn.
Hello.
Realm Shifter.
Oh, I tried to burp, but that didn't come out very well.
And Seki.
Nope. I tried to, too. That didn't work. Welcome to Season 3, bitches!
Yeah!
Oh, boy. I can see that, Max.
Hey, you can nuke it.
So we haven't done this in a while.
It's been a hot minute, y'all.
And the rules have changed since last time. Slightly.
Mm-hmm. Just slightly, but they have changed.
There we go.
Hey, success.
Just real quick, in case you missed or didn't catch the seasonal video.
Or just didn't watch it because we have no viewers.
Yeah. The way this is going to work now is this first part that you're watching now is going to be the spoiler-free review, but that also encompasses our normal production value discussion as well. Our next episode, which will go up in some unspecified amount of time because we have other stuff going on in between as well, is our spoiler episode, which is just going to be the characters and story discussions merged into one chunk.
Because it's kind of hard to separate one from the other, and we kept accidentally bleeding.
Yeah, it makes things easier on us, I think.
Yeah.
And the final part is just going to be free thoughts, and then off camera we'll preview the next series, watch a trailer or something, I'm sure, and then tell you if we're hyped or not, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure Mao has all the trailers. Mao always has trailers and stuff.
Fuck
so
now, YouTube has every trailer ever existing, even back like in the ancient times when the dinosaurs still roamed.
I suppose, but I'll probably just go to Mao. Either way, so this week we have continued our proud tradition of the first episode of every season being utter garbage by watching Magical Girl Ore.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
I feel like prior to any discussion, we do need to say, like, the poster at least.
Oh man, my dudes, this show, I mean, if you've ever wanted to see extremely, like, ripped bodybuilders wearing, like, cute little magical girl lace-up outfits.
It's what happens if you stick an early JoJo character into a dress.
But not even, like, a dress. It needs to be, like, a magical girl dress.
Yeah.
It is spicy.
I felt the just overwhelming amount of just muscle bulging from those outfits. It would just... every time I saw that transformation scene, I'm just like, flex.
This show, there's so much that makes no sense. I love it, but it's trash.
Too much trash.
Honestly, I was watching it on Verve, and the Verve comments were fucking gold. Like, the entirety of Verve comments were just like, oh my god, so underrated. Where's the season 2? Why is everyone sleeping on this? Give me more!
I'm actually rather shocked it didn't get more popular when it came out, just because it's got a very noticeable cover.
Also, it is based on a either a light novel or a manga.
I don't remember if it was based on them.
It actually is. It is.
Okay.
So.
Because in the end credits, it has, like, all the art style,
Yeah.
all the art and stuff like that.
That said, it's not a long manga. I think it was only like 2 volumes.
So is Seki, is your official rating of the show trash?
My official rating of this show is hot garbage.
Alright.
Ooh woo.
Alright.
Ooh woo to the nth degree.
Alright.
This is more ooh woo than Ishizoku was ooh woo.
Alright. That's interesting.
I'm gonna give this an ooh woo because I definitely enjoyed everything I watched for the first time about that much. Rewatching stuff, I will say it didn't hold up as well as some comedies I've enjoyed have. But if I enjoyed it as a comedy, I'd have given it an approved. This is a hard ooh woo.
It's very shock value.
Yeah, it's only for the shock value at some moments and for the what the fuck moments.
Vorn, how do you feel about Magical Girl Ore?
It's kind of like Konosuba, but its jokes aren't as well, and it's confusing as fucking hell.
Yeah, that's actually
That's honestly much more positive than I thought Vorn would be.
I actually had that exact same thought while watching the
Well,
episodes.
it is
that
kind of a parody.
yeah, I was kind of comparing it to like the Konosuba of the magical girl
It's
genre.
it's the dead horse walking trope
Kind of.
where you're just parodying the trope that already exists.
I think I wrote this when I was writing my own little, like, because I always write a personal review just for reference before these episodes, or before we record it as well. I kind of wrote to myself that Konosuba works for me well on rewatch because its characters and its scenarios tend to be funny.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you remember all the Konosuba characters.
Yep.
Like, they stick out really well. I don't, like, for the scenarios, there's some hilarious, like, what the fuck scenarios in the show, but I don't feel like the characters were really as strong without getting into spoilers.
Yeah, but that's why they're all different colors, so you can remember them like the Power Rangers.
That's mainly how I remember the characters too. Is mainly just by by the color of their outfits, because otherwise they're mostly similar, especially a lot of the side characters and stuff like that. But my official rating is also an uwu for this show.
Vorn, what's your official rating?
I'm confused as fuck, so uwu?
Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
know.
This might be our first unanimous uwu.
There's
Yes.
no special reward.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, no, there's not. So,
Actually,
can I get more into this one? So the main thing with me, so this show is very much a parody, but it's a parody of much of the industry that anime is revolved around, and even some of the other different like genres of anime as well. So the idol culture that's one that's talked about very
oh,
heavily.
definitely.
Yeah. And then also anime culture, like just anime workplace
Yeah,
culture.
like the making of anime.
Yeah, and the magical girl culture,
Yeah.
like at least as far as like
Well,
the
and-
stereotypes and everything like that within magical girl anime.
And I'd say there's a healthy dose of like rom-com tropes in here. Like
Yeah.
a healthy dose.
yeah,
I think it really is an interesting show. I mean, I will say I had never heard of this before. I think we were discussing
I showed
something.
it because
But I think we were discussing it during the Madoka Magica episode, whether there were any boy magical girl shows. And when you look up, like, boy magical girl shows, this comes up because they're transforming into boys, although the characters themselves are female.
it's
See,
funny the reason
this
they
one's
do.
like, I'm definitely the one who pushed this initially, like got Seki to watch it first before she pushed for it to be the first episode of the season, because this one's always kind of stuck to, like, I remember because this came out around when I was getting into anime, so I saw this front and center on like Crunchyroll's current releases. I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to include the poster when I do the editing, just so you guys can see, like, the shock value that this poster evokes.
It also didn't help that I was actually in Japanese class at that time, and I knew that
Well,
ore
ore
was
was
very
male.
masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ore is the male pronoun as opposed to watashi. Actually, did you notice that the last episode is titled Magical Girl Watashi?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
adorable, I thought.
Yes.
But, okay, I want to touch on a couple things in production value. First, we all saw and acknowledged that at episode 9, the animation quality declined massively for an episode.
And that was for gag reasons,
Yes.
mostly.
Yeah, I want to make that joke. And then also, I don't know if you all noticed it, but once per episode, there was straight up just a shot of real world food or an image.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
I
once
noticed-
every in one of them, in the noticeable one, in one of the episodes, one of the girls is running with a tray of food. It goes down to the food. It's just a picture of action. It's like a real life photograph
I'm glad I'm not the only
of
one
Japanese
who noticed
breakfast.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who noticed that.
Also, they make a joke, like, in one of the episodes where they're like, for speed reasons and advancing the story, we're going to reduce the animation quality.
Yes.
And I think here, like, I want to give a judgment on the animation quality, but I genuinely just can't, because the animation quality is as much a part of the joke that the actual quality is.
I'm actually because they open the series with a little, they cut our budget, we're gonna lose the show, and the world's gonna end.
Yeah, I think
They
it's
open it with that joke. So
it's so much part of the joke that I feel like I can't actually say anything as to the quality of animation, because it feels very deliberate, but in a funny way.
this is where a really weird thing about the show is there are times I can't tell if it's deliberate or if it's if it's not on purpose. Because, like, even outside the animation quality, the fucking singing.
Oh god, these Oh my god, the sing. Okay, I would like to preface this with many characters in this show sing. None of them are actually good. Like, even the ones who are supposed to be good singers and really famous are not good.
I don't understand Japanese well enough to comment on that, unfortunately.
It doesn't. No, the words don't matter. Their singing voices. They actually do not have good singing voices. A couple of them cannot hold a tune, and I understand that in the case of the two main characters, it's deliberate, but in the case of Mohiro, is he just bad at singing and they're trying to tell us that he isn't? Because he's not good! Like, it feels so deliberate that I don't know if I can say anything about the quality!
I'm not going to comment on this because I'm tone deaf.
I'm tone deaf too, and even I can hear it! That's how I know it's bad!
It's because he's monotone, pretty much.
I just... Oh my god! This show is such a confusing mess of, like, ultra high quality moments interspersed with, like, literally just storyboards slapped on.
It's weird because sometimes it's ironic and sometimes you feel like it's not ironic and you can't quite tell where it actually lies.
Yeah, I think one of the points for me, there's a part where Mohiro is just, like, singing without accompaniment to a child, and it...
It was like the last episode. Or...
Yeah, the next to last episode, and it genuinely does not sound good. Like... That's my level singing, and I know that I am tone deaf and I'm not a good singer. And they're trying to make a point, like they keep flashing to him and they're like, "Oh my god, he's like an angel, a sprite." And I genuinely can't tell if this is just like the best they could get for a singing voice or if we're supposed to notice that it's actually bad.
I'm actually pretty shocked they didn't. I'm sure the voice actor's fine. But I'm shocked they didn't get, like, just a professional singer. They didn't have to pay the dude anyways, because he didn't talk the entire time.
Exactly. It was literally just a single song. They didn't have to do anything, and they still managed to make him sound terrible.
But again, how much of this is ironic versus how much of this unironic?
That's the real question here. I'm not sure we will find out. Like, it's hard to say anything about the quality of the singing or the animation as a whole because it literally bounces from one end of the spectrum to another, and you're never quite sure if it's 100% deliberate or 100% accidental.
Like early on, in like first episode, I think there's just a straight up idol scene, and it's bad, and you're like, God, is this the kind of series this is? And then it reveals that no, they're bad in universe too.
Yeah. Like, they make it seem like it's something great, and then it's like, nope. I don't know.
So production value on the series is just kind of weird.
It's all over the place, and it's hard to give it an actual, like...
It's a joke.
Rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much of it is a joke, and how much of it isn't?
Yeah, see, that's the genuine question, because you know what? It's really amusing to me if they're doing this deliberately. Like, they have plenty of funding. They just want it to look like this because they're doing a commentary or a joke or a parody. But if they're not, wow, my dudes, what a swinging quality. What the fuck did you do? Have an animator go on vacation halfway through? Like, it is amazing, honestly. The disparity in quality between one scene to the next sometimes. And then those actual photographs have to be deliberate. Like, just the whole ass photographs.
I don't know, sometimes it was just fucking hilarious to see.
I know, but, like, you're not expecting it. Like, the first time I saw it in an episode, I, like, paused the episode and rewound 10 seconds and, like, replayed it just to see if I was, like, actually seeing it.
If you were going crazy.
Yeah, because I genuinely thought I might have, like...
Lost it.
Yeah. Like, it's not expected.
Yeah.
But, I mean... Honestly, though, kind of with this, I kind of like the animation quality like this. Because it seems a little... It's a little on the nose in an amusing way, in my opinion. Especially because there's an entire episode dedicated to the Japanese anime production.
Yeah, because this series was too good for a recap episode like most other series.
Yeah, they just did, like, a whole ass, like... Oh, the how Japanese animation works.
And it's absolutely not how Japanese animation works.
Yeah. It's odd. It's definitely odd. you know what? It definitely heightens my enjoyment of the series that the quality is all over the place, because I think that if the quality was uniformly bad, it would make the series worse. But I think that if the quality was just uniformly, like, really, really outstanding, it would make the series boring.
Yeah.
When did this come out exactly again?
I'm not sure. Knick-knack.
2014, I believe. At least the manga. Let me check it. I have it pulled up now.
But that, like I said, like at the ending, in the ending credits, like you see these shots and everything.
Yeah, they have these really beautifully, like
I think
colored...
that's fan art, though.
No, Ascendance of a Bookworm does it too. At the end, they have like a full page panel from the manga that's been like colored in.
Sorry, it was 2018.
That's what I thought.
By the way, that does date me as to how young I am as an anime fan.
But yeah, no, that was a good point. There are these end panels where the last scene or two of after the credits will be just like these beautifully like drawn and colored like panels of the series that you didn't see in the episode. And it's very similar to what Ascendance of a Bookworm does. And I'm actually a big fan of it. I think it's very artistic and aesthetic. Also, there are post-credit scenes in this anime.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes. Fun fact, there's only 2 manga volumes, so if you want to finish this, you could finish this in less than an hour.
yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10. Short show, short manga, absolutely hilarious.
Yep.
I think I don't know about you three, but I spent the majority of this show just kind of seesawing between what the fuck and
Yeah, that sounds about right for my reaction as well.
yeah, just like a demented giggle and an actual exclamation of like, what is going on?
Alright, I think we've spent a good amount of time on this segment here, so I think now would be a good time to move on.
Yeah, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the actual characters and storyline? Yeah! See you next time. Like, comment, subscribe,